Get active amongst yourselves and also get active with us. If there's anything you'd like to add to the discussion, feel free. Jonathan Kuminga, he's the guy last night that got a lot of attention, and rightfully so. Came into the game late in the first, didn't miss a shot until under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. So Kuminga was 8 for 11, 18 points, 1 of 3 from behind the money line. 1 of 4 free throwing. Warriors just absolutely horrible free throws last night. Listen, Jonathan Kuminga giving you 18 points, even in a 117-93 loss. Life without Steph. Moody and Pods are giving you nothing. Buddy Hield, a lot easier to guard Buddy Hield when Steph is not around. As I said, Minnesota, their coverage on Warrior perimeter players is very sticky because they're not worried about Steph. They can just absolutely just lock up their guys in a one-on-one situation. Jonathan Kuminga went out there and he showed out. And again, it's great for the Warriors that he got you those 18 points. But here's the thing. It's great for Minnesota too, because Minnesota is perfectly fine with Jonathan Kuminga being in the game because they know he struggles with team defensive concepts. We've seen this time and time again.
Man.
And Jonathan Kuminga is going to get his, or he's at least damn sure going to try. And he's a streaky shooter, and he loves to get his. And Minnesota, they know he ain't passing the ball.
No.
Jonathan Kuminga is not passing the ball. How many assists did he have last night? And listen, I'm not expecting him to be Magic Johnson, but we've watched enough now. When Jonathan Kuminga is on the floor, he will miss guys who are wide open, so he can get in his bag and get his Kobe on. Jonathan Kuminga had 1 assist last night. And if you're Minnesota, you're like, Jonathan Kuminga can have all he wants to eat.
How many rebounds did he have last night?
He had 5. 4 defensive, 1 offensive in 26 minutes and change of burn on the floor. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Again, if you're the Warriors, you take that 18 points and you are happy. And if you could get more out of him, absolutely. But the Minnesota Timberwolves are saying if Jonathan Kuminga has the ball, that means that Jimmy Butler doesn't have the ball.
That's exactly what it is. I have the Jonathan Kuminga experience has turned into every now and then he's gonna break out and give you some points. But the most consistent thing about Jonathan Kuminga is he's not gonna do anything for you on the defensive side. He's not gonna rebound. His floor game is just putrid. I'm gonna share something with you. I was speaking to a buddy of mine who used to play in the NBA. And one of the things he talked about, and I've actually heard other people say this now that he said it, but one of the things he talked about how he heard how hard Jonathan Kuminga works. He's a hard worker. He works hard.
I've absolutely heard that from very reliable sources. Right? Sure.
But
I mean, people within the Warrior organization.
Yeah. But his thing was, I can guarantee you that what he's working on is bag work. Move. He's not working on fundamental things. He's not working on the things that Steve Kerr and the coaches would like to see him do well, which is rebound and defend and stay in the post so that you can get those offensive rebounds and putbacks and dunks. He was like, you know what? He could get a lot of easy points if he just hung around under the hoop around the basket, but he doesn't seem to do that. And I'm like, you know what? There might be something to that. Like he's probably working hard on his bag.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they say it all the time, and it's true. Just because you're working hard doesn't mean anything. Because if you're working hard on the wrong things, you ain't working on the right things. So hard work doesn't mean anything if it's not the right kind of hard work. And again, I'm not obviously putting the loss on Jonathan Kuminga, and I'm not putting the Warriors' fortunes on Jonathan Kuminga. I'm just pointing out that yes, it is. A good Jonathan Kuminga offensive performance is good for the Warriors because they need all the help they can get scoring-wise.
Yep.
Without Steph, Podziemski and Moody struggling, and Jimmy Butler, when he finally decides to get active, You'll take that, but we're waiting on it. I will assume it will happen tomorrow night in game 3 and continue for however long this series lasts. And Buddy Hield, again, he was 5 for 14 last night. So the Buddy Hield experience, some good, some not so good. I think last night is in the not so good category. So 18 points from Kuminga were a needed 18 points. And his energy and his insertion to the game is part of, if not the main reason that the Warriors were able to cut it to 7. I'm just saying that while it's great for the Warriors, it's great for the Timberwolves too, because of the deficiencies that we all have seen and can see in Kuminga's game.
Yeah, it's one of the things we talk about all the time. If all you bring to the table is scoring, you're not going to help us that much. Especially when you are turnover prone, you are easy to guard, you don't rebound. Like, this is a team that needs players who have a floor game. This is not an ISO squad. This is a team that moves the ball. You've got to have a floor game.
Because again, if you cannot threaten Minnesota with some sort of movement, they will guard you as tightly as they did last night. But the guy who is the hub of the Warriors movement, I know Draymond can be the hub, and we'll get to him in just a second, but really the hub of that movement obviously is Steph Curry. Everything revolves around him. And if you don't have that, and if dudes are bricking it from the outside, then you have problems. I mean, man, just looking at these Moody and Podziemski numbers, like I said, Moody just zeros across the board, and Podziemski, 1 of 7 in game 1, 0 free throws attempted in game 1. I hate to do this to him, man, because I know it's weighing on them, and it's not for a lack of trying, but Moses Moody and Brandon Podziemski, the way that they're playing right now, they got to get the Gucci Mane face, dog. I look at this box score here, man, and you get the Gucci Mane face. I do not understand, and I cannot comprehend what I'm seeing from them guys.
They earned it. And I see John is asking a pretty good question. Why did Looney only play 5 minutes last night? I thought the same thing. When they needed defense, they needed rebounding, and there's nobody better at the center position than Looney at that. So it's weird that he didn't. I have a feeling that Steve Kerr went into that game with a game plan in mind. Like, I want to win this game, but right. You know what I'm saying? I have a feeling that there was a lot of that at play last night.
Yeah, I think it was, and I keep going back to Jimmy Butler being passive. I think that Steve Kerr was of the mind that if we come out and we're competitive, I'll start to not necessarily push all the chips in, but I will make moves that will put us in a position to win this game. They got it to within 7. You're still not getting enough out of Jimmy Butler. I just think that at some point in the third quarter, Steve Kerr was like, I can't run these guys into the ground chasing something that we're not going to get. If they would have been more competitive in the first quarter to add to a competitive second quarter, mainly, if not completely due to Jonathan Kuminga, I think you would have gotten more Kevon Looney in particular. But because you have off day game, with the game coming up on Saturday, Steve Kerr, who knows how to coach, contrary to what some people say. Steve Kerr's like, nah, I'm just not going to do it. So Kevon Looney is going to play a huge role in this series starting tomorrow at Chase Center because, A, you have to have him. You're running out of options. And also, Kevon Looney as an option is a good option. And it has been for the Warriors over various iterations of playoff and NBA championship teams. But the thing about it, though, and it all comes back to not having Steph, is that you have to play Looney, and they're going to have to play big because you can't run Rudy Gobert off the floor and force Minnesota to go small. Why? Because you don't have Steph. Gobert played, 27 minutes last night. Now, he had no official block shots, but you can't tell me he didn't change a metric ton of Warrior shots just by his presence.
Yeah, I think, if this may seem crazy, I think they would, in a situation like last night, I think they'd rather have him on the floor.
Gobert?
Because you can't go small against Minnesota with no,
Not with Nas Reed out there.
yeah, because
Julius
that's
Randle
just,
out there.
yeah.
Or-
I mean, you're just asking to get whooped. So I'm like, yeah, maybe we want to keep Gobert on the floor because this is gonna be kind of jacked up to say, but I know he's been defensive player of the year 4 times, but every time I watch him, Rod, I don't think he's a great defensive player. I
Well,
think he blocks shots,
it
but I don't
depends
think he's
on
a
what
great
you
defender.
value as a defender. If you value rim protection, if you value block shots, if that's what you look for in a defender, then you're going to be cool with that. If you value, let's talk about it. I'm not watching; it's on the TV to my left here.
Yeah.
OKC and Denver. By the way, they're heading into halftime. 26 seconds left. OKC 51, Denver 56, Denver 51. That series tied at 1. But if you value perimeter defense, you Lou Dort's your dude.
Yeah.
If you value a guy who can guard multiple positions, Draymond Green is your dude. So I think that we have sort of warring factions in terms of what people value in a defensive player and what they value as good defense. And for some people, maybe it's archaic, maybe it's lazy. For some people, they look at Gobert and go, he changes shots, he blocks shots. Therefore, he is a very good defensive player.
Yeah, I mean, and there is something to that, but when you got these teams who can, like, if Draymond Green was a more offensive-minded player, I don't think Gobert would be on the floor because he can't guard anybody.
Yeah.
He's absolutely putrid trying to guard people. It's just rough. It's a rough watch.
Speaking of Draymond Green. Hey, boy. First and foremost, Draymond tried his damnedest to get kicked out of that game last night. And he is not beating the allegations of if Steph's not playing, Draymond is not playing. Because once he got that tech, and it was a legitimate tech. All right, let's stop it, shall we? This flinging his arm, hitting people in the head, we've seen him do that. Whether it is purposeful or whether he just he spazzes out and he has no control of his extremities. In today's NBA, whether you like it or not, you can't be flinging your arms and hitting people in the head. So it was a legitimate tech, and he damn sure tried to get himself thrown out with the second tech, but he was unsuccessful. And that pretty much set the tone for the night for Draymond Green. So Draymond Green, after the game, didn't have a lot to say to the media, but he did have this to say.
Black man. I'm a very successful, educated black man with a great family. And I'm great at basketball. I'm great at what I do. The agenda to try to keep making me look like an angry black man is crazy. I'm sick of it. It's ridiculous.
Okay, Marcus, several things. A lot of what he said there is true. He is, I believe Draymond to be a very intelligent person. Okay, highly educated. I don't know if he has a degree from Michigan State, but you don't need a degree to be smart and highly educated. Draymond Green is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. All right, for what he does, particularly defensively, I believe him to be one of the greatest of all time. He is going to the Hall of Fame. Draymond Green is a family man. Draymond Green has gotten into zero trouble off the court, okay, in terms of running afoul of the law or harming others outside of basketball arenas around the United States.
Although he did get
America.
He did get that D pick.
Yo, come on, dog. Wait a minute, man. I thought you were going to mention when he got whooped up on when he went back to Michigan State and was talking bowdy and rowdy and a Michigan State football player put the beats on him. I cannot believe you just brought up Draymond sending a D pick. Yo.
That is out there. That is out there. Bro. That's part of it.
No. You know what, Marcus? No, you get the Gucci Mane face for that. Really? Right? Why you got to bring up? Yo, dog.
If he ain't do it, I wouldn't have to bring it up. I didn't make him put his penis out there.
Yo, man. By the way, Gucci Mane face was the face the young lady made when she got the DP, the D pick from Draymond. It's like, She Gucci Mane faced it. Um, yo, you ain't right talk. Um, while, while sending a D pic is indeed in horrible taste. To the best of my knowledge, it's not illegal. Now,
This is true.
I am not a lawyer. I used to date a lawyer, so I guess that makes me a paralegal, which I guess does make me someone who understands the law. But I wouldn't rock with me on that. Yo, man, you wild. Hey, it is Friday. Here's the thing though with Draymond, bro, and let me say this first. He did have an incident where a fan in Minnesota,
Yeah.
hit him with some racial slurs.
Yeah.
And
I heard about that.
I understand. And that fan was kicked out. That fan is a world class a-hole.
And I think they're looking for. I think there's another person they're still looking for, right?
Yeah, that's and for Draymond to be subjected to that, I don't wish that on him, right? He absolutely does not deserve that. No one deserves that. So I understand him being upset about that, and I understand him being hot under the collar because of his technical and his attempts to get thrown out, not getting thrown out, and to have somebody throw a racial slur at you, man. I see you being,
Yeah.
you can't swing on somebody, and you got to sit there and take it. The frustration and the just the white hot anger.
Yep.
But bro, man, ain't nobody out there making you out to be an angry black man. When you demonstrate time and time again that you are angry at times, I
obviously have a love-hate relationship with Draymond Green. I don't think he's an angry black man in the way that he may be presented to be. And that he's not walking around pissed off all the time.
Right.
He actually seemed like a fairly jovial person off the court.
Right.
But all people see, for the most part, is what happens on the court.
And that's unfortunate because to only be known for what you do on the basketball court, even though that's why Draymond Green has made a bunch of money. And while he is able to provide for his family, it sucks that he is sort of pigeonholed in that regard. But bruh, your body of work, it's good and it's bad. You have done some incredible things on the basketball court, particularly from a defensive standpoint. I think that he has redefined his position. I think that
100%
that as long as Draymond Green has been playing at a high level in the NBA, there have been coaches around the world looking for Draymond Green type players. That says something. That means you have made your mark on the league, but you've also made your mark on the league by being out of control with your body and your emotions. And not only has that affected his inability to control his emotions, not only has that affected other players, that inability, Draymond's, to control his emotions has affected his own team, not once, but twice. Not just when he punched Jordan Poole in the face, but also when he cussed out Kevin Durant in front of 18,000 people at the Staples Center when they were playing the Clippers, and however many millions were watching that game on television. So I understand his frustration having a racial slur dropped on you and feeling like you're being persecuted and people only know you as this angry black man from what you do on the basketball court. Hey, man, that sucks. But you know who's responsible for how you are portrayed? You.
There always, and I don't know where it comes from, there just always seems to be, like, he's often compared to Dylan Brooks. I think Dylan Brooks is just kind of a dirtbag. And I say that because I think he's actually somebody who's out there purposely trying to do stuff. I think Draymond Green has some real anger management issues. Like, it's again, I hate to try to like be a psychologist. I'm not reading anybody's mind, and I'm doing that at all. I'm just saying, from what I see, I feel like this is a dude who could definitely benefit from some anger management and maybe some therapy.
And now, see, you say that. You remember when he got all hot and bothered when people said, "Hey, man, maybe you need to look into therapy."
Oh, look, but see, I don't blame him for being mad about it. I don't blame him for being mad about it because I don't know what's in his head. I can't read his mind. This is just an outsider looking in, going, "Yeah, dude." Based on the behavior I've seen, these weird sort of flashes of anger where it's almost like a pit bull. You get one thing and then you just cannot let it go.
Here's the thing. I don't need to read his mind. All I got to do is just look at what he does. And the stuff that he does, whether he likes it, well, he doesn't like it, but whether it's fair or not, the stuff he does is automatically going to make people think he's an angry dude. Let's take the black man part out of it, even though the angry black man trope is one that's thrown around to marginalize people, to dehumanize them in a respect.
Yes.
But let's take that out for a second and focus on the angry part. Bruh, the way you play and how you could, he literally tried to get himself kicked out of that game last night. He went right up to one of the officials, stood in his face, and kept barking at him to the point where they had to move Draymond away as he was trying to get himself thrown out unsuccessfily. People don't see that.
I'm not going to go that far. I've heard that. I'm not going to go that far.
What? That he didn't try to get himself thrown out last night?
I think he's just a person who's out of control. I'm not going to try to read his mind. I'm not
reading his mind.
But you don't know. You can't know intent, right? You can't know someone's intent. We can assume.
I feel pretty good. Okay, we call it an assumption if we want to. I feel pretty good about that assumption.
Yeah, and that's fine. Feeling pretty good about it, but I'm not going to say this is what you wanted to do because I don't know. But just from a base level, I just see someone who really, at pretty much any time they're on the court, because I've seen him do it when Steph is on the court.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
That's what I'm like. It's not any different behavior to me. It's like the same shit. But like I see him doing it all the time.
Absolutely. But you go back and you look at Steph if Steph doesn't play, see how many games Draymond is playing, or see what will happen in those games where Steph is not around and when he gets thrown out. I mean, it's just it's been proven time and time again that when Steph's not there, he's not necessarily particularly all that engaged in playing that basketball game.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I haven't done any research. I haven't gone, how many games has Draymond been kicked out that Steph wasn't in? I haven't done any of that stuff. I don't want to get that deep into it with his mindset. I just feel like this is a person who may need some like real help.
All right,
some real help, like some legitimate.
He's gonna get mad at you.
And listen, as I said before, he would have, if he heard this, he would have every right to be mad. and I wouldn't be bothered by him being mad. I couldn't care less about him being mad about that. I'm just saying, from what I see, I feel like that dude could definitely benefit from some professional assistance.
Just chill out, man. It's just I don't want to take away how he plays. I don't want to take away that edge. But yo, dog, I don't think he thinks too many times.
I don't think he thinks. I don't think he thinks. I don't believe he thinks.
That's crazy
right?
That a grown man, if that is indeed the case.
It's crazy. But here's the thing. But here's the thing: you've known people at least I've known people like that, who literally just cannot. Once they get going, they can't let it go, and we got to literally drag this dude away. Like I've known cats like that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. They can't get right.
Yeah, like some dudes are just always. You know what it is? Some dudes always feel like somebody's after them.
Yeah.
You always feel like somebody's after me. Somebody's trying to take advantage of me. I'm not gonna let you get me. And I feel like that's that dude.
Yeah. All right, let's light up here. That got a little bit heavier than I wanted it to get, but let's light it up.
That's called good broadcasting.
Post game last night. Is that what we're calling it?
That's what
I would agree, Marcus. Post game last night, Minnesota Timberwolves feeling pretty good as they even the series, and I'd say even though Marcus the series is even, the Minnesota Timberwolves feel like that with that win last night, they have started to take control of this series, mainly due to the fact that they don't have to deal with Steph Curry for the time being. And the Stars were out in Minnesota last night, and post game, obviously everybody wants to, say what up to Ant-Man, maybe even get a picture, get as close as they can to one of the faces of the NBA. Well, Hall of Fame wide receiver Michael Irvin, speaking of extra, Mike, always extra. Michael Irvin.
By the way, that's another Draymond Green type of dude. That's another dude. He can't help himself.
Yeah, but
he can't help himself, especially when he plays.
I have a Michael Irvin story that explains a lot. I just don't know if I could tell it on the air.
Well, of course you can. You have to.
Oh gosh, I know because it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Oh, I can't do it because it's. I know what I saw. I just don't know if I could say what I saw. But I saw it, and when I saw it, I went, "Yeah, that tracks." Ooh, and no, the one thing you should never do in broadcasting is you should never bring up something that you can't talk about. I have an inside joke.
But, boy.
Oh, I'll tell you the story. Oh, I'll tell you off the air, and maybe one day I'll tell you. But anyway, Michael Irvin been extra since he was at Miami, maybe even before that when he burst on the national stage. Anyway, Michael Irvin wanted to get a picture with Anthony Edwards, and this is what transpired.
Getting a little ant time right now. Lauren Jabara is over there waiting. Got to get a picture in.
Look at the end right here.
The Hall of Famer.
Right here. He kissed him, but I want to play it again, and I want you all to focus on Anthony Edwards' face.
I was about to say his face,
and I want you to read his lips. And even if you don't consider yourself a lip reader, if you really look and just think about it for a second, you could clearly see what Anthony Edwards says when he is unexpectedly kissed by Michael Irvin. All right, I'm gonna run it again. All right, run it one more time. Here we go.
Getting a little ant time
Struggle
right
braids
now.
on Michael
Jabara's
Irvin
over
there.
There waiting. Got to get a
now watch
picture
Anthony
in
Edwards' face
with the Hall of Famer.
Watch. Right. Oh shit.
I don't know you like that.
Did Michael Irvin just kiss me?
I don't know you like that, bro.
I have to do it one more time because I
don't know you like that.
The roof of the not Toyota, whatever that building's called, Target Center. The roof of the Target Center could have opened up, and the hand of God could have come down and touched Anthony Edwards on the forehead, and he still wouldn't have reacted the same way he did when Michael Irvin kissed him.
Getting a little ant time right now. Lauren Jabara is over there waiting. Got to get a picture in.
Okay, look,
the Hall of Famer.
Got the smoke on his face. I'm that dude. Oh shit! Did Michael Irvin just kiss me? I've watched this video 68 dozen times today. Michael Irvin, man, just
and was like not feeling that.
No.
I just don't know you like that, bro.
No.
My daddy don't even kiss me. What are you doing?
But of course, Michael Irvin would try and kiss a guy. Like, of course. That's just, I mean, you want to talk about a habitual line stepper. One of the OG habitual line steppers.
Prime Michael Irvin, boy. I hated him, but he was but in hindsight, he was fun. But I hated him when he was playing. Hated him. You would talk about a dude who would lose his mind. That guy.
Yo, dog, you remember he stabbed one of his teammates with some scissors when they was all getting their hair.
He ain't, man, look.
Michael Wild Boy. Oh God, I wish I could tell that story.
Insane.
I
have a soft spot for insane players. Like, I would love to sit and talk to Michael Irvin. I would love to talk to Michael Irvin.
God, you know what? Like, you see those things that'll show up on social media. Would you sit next to this person on a flight, or they'll have a bunch of like celebrities or athletes, and they'll say pick a row, and I would pick the row that had Michael Irvin in it.
Of course.
Like from a flight from San Francisco to New York, I would sit next to Michael Irvin and be thoroughly entertained, I'm sure, for the 5-hour duration of that flight.
Rod, he's such a willing talker.
Oh yeah.
no filter. He's
Yeah.
such a willing talker. That dude cannot shut it up.
Oh God. Oh,
It's coming
and
unvarnished from Michael Irvin. That's for
yeah.
sure.
And,
Lawrence Taylor is another one.
I don't know. LT kind of give me the creeps now, man.
Of course he does.
I don't know if I want to sit next
course
to
he
LT because, like, with Michael Irvin, like, what do they say? Like, he's got like the fun CTE. Lawrence Taylor doesn't seem like he's got that fun CTE. He seems like he's got that CTE where he's just like, at any point in time, I'm gonna Hulk out and it's gonna be a problem. I want the guys with the fun CTE. I want the Antonio Browns of the world. I don't want the guys who are just like, oh, I want to kill somebody. I don't want that. Fun CTE. What the hell's wrong with me? Folks are getting active in the chat. Thank you very much. God. I mean, yes. Does the Michael Irvin story involve cocaine? It was adjacent. It was there. I know what I saw.
I saw him blasting lines.
I didn't know. I didn't see him doing it. It was just. It was in the room.
I do not, John Joseph. I do not believe you. I do not believe you.
No, he's. I mean, yeah, no.
I don't believe you.
We can't put that up anyway.
I don't believe him.
We can't put that up. No. We are not going to do that. No. You know what? I got to do to all this. I got to stop all that Gucci Mane face. Okay, everybody, we're getting out. We're getting out of pocket now. Things are starting to get.
Y'all are hilarious.
We're not going to do that. All right, we'll get back on track. Around the NBA playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, OKC Denver, they're in the third quarter, 64-61. So this is a good game. First game today, the Cleveland Cavaliers being down 0-2, losing the first two games of the series on their home court, Marcus. They went to Indianapolis and the Cavaliers dispatched of the Indiana Pacers. So now that series is 2-1. But tomorrow, it's the ones that we are watching, obviously the Warriors. But that Knicks-Celtics situation, we talked about it a couple of days ago. Could we see a sweep there? I don't know. It's amazing to me. We talked about the three-point shooting and how problematic that's been for Boston, blowing 20-point leads, shooting 25% from behind three-point line in both games 1 and games 2. What's crazy is not having Kristaps Porzingis and how that has just thrown the Celtics completely and totally off kilter.
Which is weird because I feel like they've played enough without him.
Yeah. But he's their only big. Even though he doesn't necessarily play like a big, he's a guy who likes to shoot from the outside. He does go inside more now than he did when he was in Dallas, or definitely when he started, when he was first with the Knicks. Yeah. But he's their only big, and without them having a big, I mean, now that I'm sort of thinking about this in real time, even though the Celtics have always been a volume shooting 3-point team, maybe not having Porzingis is why when those shots stop falling, they don't have anywhere to go, so they just keep shooting those threes.
I mean, we have to start to question the coaching. I know you want to ring with that, but if you can get hot shooting from three, cool. But when it's not falling, and you don't have a B game, a B plan, you can just forget it. Like nobody should be able to beat the world champs at home, back to back, in a semifinals series.
When do we start giving credit to the Knicks, though?
Oh, I 100% give credit to the Knicks.
Okay.
Absolutely give credit to the Knicks because there's a reason that they're shooting that way. And from my standpoint, if the Celtics aren't going to change the way they play, the Knicks don't have any reason to change the defense that's making them play that way.
Yeah, absolutely. So that game tomorrow afternoon and the Warriors follow that. We were talking about this before the show.
Mm-hmm.
The wildest story of the week is what's happening at the airport in Newark.
Bro.
Where I think it was last week, maybe late last week. And yesterday, the air traffic controllers at Newark lost visual contact with their radar systems and audio contact with planes that they were in charge of for like 30 seconds to a couple of minutes.
Scary, bro.
Like they had those planes were in essence flying blind, and the
Yeah.
people who were the air traffic controllers who were in charge of them could not get online back to those planes for, like I said, 30 minutes, 30 seconds to 2 minutes. 5 seconds is too long. 30
Yeah.
seconds is wild.
An
A couple
eternity.
few minutes is
Woo,
an
child.
absolute eternity, and it's happened not once but twice. That's crazy.
Yeah, all this stuff is not like it's just weird that all this stuff is happening. You know, we had at SFO, we had a couple of planes clip.
Really?
Yeah, this is just this past weekend. 2 planes at SFO clip wings. Like, what is going on?
Hey, man.
This is insane.
I don't know if we are really prepared for this summer and airline travel. I'm like, first thing first, this real ID thing is going to, if it wasn't air travel, it would be comical. But this real ID thing where you have to have it to get on planes, and if you don't have it, you have to go through an extra layer of security. A lot of people don't have the real ID. That's going to be wild. And then what's going on with these air traffic controllers?
Man,
Hey, man, this summer is about to be off the meat hook as far as
Man.
air travel is concerned.
it's freaky, and I gotta fly real soon. So I don't think I haven't been thinking about that the last couple of weeks. I just don't want to have to deal with it. The airports are going to be crazy. People are going to be cranky. All kinds of stuff is going on the airplanes right now. It's just weird, man.
Have you noticed how many people are flying high now? Literally
There's so
and
much
figuratively.
anxiety around flying, right?
But no, and you're right, and understandably so. But now that people can legally access marijuana or gummies or whatever,
Bro.
man, have you noticed how many people are just stoned? Are just
Not
tripping.
not only have I noticed, I have been a participant. I have had a gummy before taking a plane flight.
yeah. But
'Cause I'm a nervous flyer, bro.
you're an OG. You know how to handle it. Not everybody understands how to handle it. I mean, how many times have we heard the story of somebody taking an edible or a gummy and going, "This gummy ain't shit." 30 minutes later, they're like, "Get these spiders off of me." I'm
You know who's
losing my
like
mind.
that?
I have to get
My
off this
mama. My
airplane.
mama is like that. My mama took a gummy one time and she did not enjoy it.
Your mama was talking to the ancestors because she was
did
off that
not
gummy.
enjoy it. As a matter of fact, I will quote her, Marcus, I don't like this.
You know what? Everybody's got to learn once. Everybody's got to learn
do
once.
it. You got to do it.
So if you're out there flying this summer, be careful. Marcus, you know this from our time doing the audio version of Quality Hang, is that I love encounters between humans and animals, because you think about like some of the great combatants in sports, like the Giants and the Dodgers have been playing baseball against each other in 2 different cities on 2 different sides of this continent. They've been doing
Yeah.
it since the late 1800s. The Packers and the Bears have been playing football since the 30s, whatever. The longest running rivalry in human history is humans versus animals.
100%.
And it goes back and forth, animals have the upper hand, then humans will have the upper hand. The official tally is yet to be determined, but we know that humans versus animals, we get it in. And I bring this up to highlight the state of Florida. And the state of Florida, a sunny place for shady people. The state of Florida is a spot where the environment is just as dangerous as the human beings. So I bring this up here. Not funny. Florida woman killed by alligator while canoeing with her husband. I don't know if there's a more Florida death, right? Woman killed by the mascot of the state of Florida. Its flagship university. There's alligators all over the place. Woman killed by alligator while canoeing. The only thing that story is missing that would make it more Florida is bath salts, right?
Bro, this is This is a weird story though. Like, Florida woman killed by alligator while canoeing. I need some context. Like, I need to know how this alligator managed to, because this has some real Dateline feel.
Okay,
to it.
so see, that's why we do this. So you see where I'm about to go. I'm thinking on the conspiracy tip.
Yes, sir.
Her husband is like, "Yo, baby, I love you. Let's go do some romantic canoeing." They
That's
go
right.
out to Lake Okeechobee. You know what that is, right? In the swamps. And then he throws her over. Alligator comes in, finishes the job. All I'm saying is we need to see if the husband is caked up off of that insurance money.
Yep.
And I think we'll know that. But there's neither here nor there. I bring this up to also bring up this story. Also a Florida story. Also a human versus animal story. 89-year-old man and dog killed in bear attack in Florida. There is no other place in the United States of America where a human being can be killed both by an alligator and a bear. You get killed by a bear in California, but you ain't gonna run across no alligator. You get killed by an alligator in Texas or Louisiana, you ain't gonna run across no bear. Only in the state of Florida could you get killed by a human, a Burmese python, the weather, an alligator,
A mosquito.
or a bear. Only in Florida.
I feel
Stay
bad
away.
for that dog. I feel bad for that dog. Because you know why?
The dog
this
was
all
trying to
was
save the
happening,
man.
When all this was happening, the dog was going, "What this got to do with me?"
I
What
thought the
idiot
dog
got
was
to do with
being
me?
heroic, like Lassie. You saying the dog is like, I don't even really bang with this old man like this,
That's
and now I'm
exactly
out here and
I don't
Smokey
know
the
this
Bear
dude.
whooping both our asses.
I don't know this dude.
The dog is like, damn, man, and he don't do nothing but feed me dry food either.
That's right.
I am fascinated by humans and their encounters with animals in the
Oh my
ocean.
God.
And I say about the ocean, as soon as humans get into or on the ocean, we immediately become 3.5 point underdogs. Okay.
This is
Immediately.
absolutely my favorite thing you've ever said.
As soon as you put your feet in the ocean, you are a 3.5 point underdog. The
Easily.
deeper you go into the ocean or the farther out you go on the ocean on a vessel, the bigger that number gets. We ain't supposed to be in the ocean. We
That's right.
can't breathe water. Okay.
That's right.
We're not supposed to be there, but that doesn't stop us. Oh, but those citizens of the deep,
That's
they
right.
are done with our asses,
That is
particularly
right.
killer whales, aka orcas. Check this out.
Wow. She approaches.
Yo, man, you see that big ass mammal right there
Yeah, I don't be messing around.
swimming with the boat, the
Oh
motor
my
boat,
God.
and now it's trying to ram the boat.
Of course it is.
It's trying to ram the boat.
Oh my God, it's huge. Please don't.
Yo, bro, that school bus with fins.
Yes, she's bumping us.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, because you in that territory that you don't belong in.
She's trying to hit us with the side.
By the way, I love this European lady's just calm demeanor. She trying to hit us. Yo, man. And the orca right here is like saying, and don't come back here no more either.
That's right.
These orcas, and there have been many documented cases, Marcus, of these very intelligent aquatic beings, these killer whales, orcas, actually in groups trying to knock the rudders off of ships in the
Yeah, man.
Mediterranean, because these ships have hurt some of the orcas.
Yep.
Hey, man, we need to leave them alone.
We know who the ops are. That's what the orcas say. We know who the ops are. We know who the ops are.
And we know how to hurt you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Right.
sir.
Like we think these like, oh, well, they see a boat, they will go the other way. Orca's like, no, I'm about it.
Nah.
Like this is my spot. Okay.
This is not the San Diego Zoo.
No.
It's
No,
ain't
no.
show being put on.
No. So yeah, it's like we humans, we thought like, oh, because of Shamu or whatever.
Yeah,
Like we
right.
thought they would just, and then that one whale in captivity mush that one lady in the tank, and we like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we shouldn't do that. No.
Yeah.
No. All right, last one here. It's not necessarily human versus animals. This is animals trying to be like us humans. Here we go.
Huh?
It's okay.
Got a raccoon here.
Okay, you're on Island. He'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my house.
All right.
A few minutes?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is what she's smoking meth in.
Okay.
The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe.
Alright.
Oh, there's no way.
See you when
He's
you
trying to
get
smoke it.
All right. Thanks.
There's no way. All right, enough fun and
I
games.
don't know why you're laughing.
Okay, you noticed that too, right?
I don't know why you're laughing.
Holy hell.
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah, this is not funny.
Oh, that cop is way too giggly for my taste.
Yeah,
okay?
like, what we doing here?
All right, and Rocket Raccoon, clearly things have fallen off, and he's on hard times right now. That raccoon needs sympathy.
You
Not
know how tough them
necessarily.
raccoons are.
Man, could you imagine a raccoon on meth?
Hey, you leave them things alone.
No, I don't mess with raccoons.
Raccoons are the most fearless animals I've ever seen. They
I'll
are
mess with 'em.
not scared of anything.
No,
Good God.
don't mess with them. And
Leave 'em alone.
and a raccoon on meth,
Yeah, exactly.
it's like a supervillain.
It is 100% a supervillain. 100%. You're getting robbed if the raccoon is on meth. 100%.
Rolls up on you. Where's your trash cans? Wait, what?
That's exactly it.
Where's your
Exactly
trash
it.
cans? That's what I said.
Man,
Open up that compost bin. I want in right now.
And they're so smart.
Well,
They
yeah,
are
you can
so
clearly tell.
Smart.
Like that raccoon turned the business end of that meth pipe around and was trying to get it into its raccoon grill. Yeah.
Man, I ain't mad. I just leave them alone. Don't laugh. Ain't nothing funny, especially if it's a raccoon on a meth binge trying to find some hits. It ain't funny to the raccoon.
So there we go. The first one we've done here on the broadcast version of Quality Hang. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Humans versus animals. I am a simple creature that is easily entertained by the dumbest stuff. Sorry.
Oh, I got something dumb for you.
Oh, okay. Well, you know
well,
I traffic heavy in the dumb.
I'll wait till we get to the end of the show. The best thing I've heard.
Well, why don't we do that right now? I'll go first because
ahead.
I am very excited about what you got here and the best thing I've heard today. Best thing I've heard today actually goes back to something we talked about on Monday. We were showing pictures of various celebrities at the Met Gala, and Pusha T, one half of the Mighty Clips,
Yes.
him and Malice. Pusha T went to the Met Gala, went to the Met Gala, and looking like Pusha T, had on a burgundy suit that had like some it looked like cocaine on the shoulders. Here's Pusha T. At least that's where my mind went. Anyway, and Marcus, you hit me on to the fact that we are getting a new Clips album
Yes.
sooner rather than later, and
Yes.
that makes me all giggly on the inside. Well, the best thing I've heard today is a snippet of some of the music off of that album, and there's some visuals as well. You will see Pusha T getting ready for the Met Gala, but the music, even just this little bit, and we're probably going to run afoul of YouTube's copyright
I think you
sort
get a
of
few seconds. You
laws.
need like 45 seconds or something.
Oh, is it 45? Okay, we're good because I
Something
think
like
this is
that.
only 20. I trimmed it down, but here's
Perfect.
a little snippet of new clips we're going to get.
Understand the art of war. All my niggas draw, so we up.
Yes, I need it. I need it. Push. I need what you are selling.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's the best thing I've heard today. A little bit of new clips, baby. And by the way, Pharrell producing it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's doing the entire album, isn't he?
Yes, that's what I saw.
So I will say this is going to be kind of different because they were produced by the Neptunes before. I don't know what happened with Pharrell and Chad Hugo, but they're not cool anymore.
Not at all.
So, which is a shame. It really is a shame. But we'll see how this thing turns out without Chad's input.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for Chad to be back with Pharrell, but as you mentioned, clearly that's not going to happen. I need the lyrical content. That's what I want from Pusha and Malice. I want the lyrical content, and whether they stay still rapping about that dope game or whether they moved on to something different. I just need more, particularly Pusha. I just need more Pusha rapping in my life.
It's gonna be 7 Drake disses on there. 38 Drake up once. He might as well come back and do it again.
Each one better than the last. Yeah. All right, my brother. What's the best thing you've heard today?
Well, so listen. I just want you all to just listen to this thing. See if I can bring it up.
Okay.
Can you see it?
I cannot. Oh, okay. I see it in the. See if you can add it to the screen, or do you want me to do it? I think I can add it.
Yeah, go ahead and add it.
Okay, I'll add it. So there.
Because I'm
okay.
Okay, now I just want you. I turn the volume up here.
Color.
Okay, wait a minute. You ready for this?
Yes. Take it back. Okay.
Orange. The fruit or the color?
Oh,
Did you hear that?
Christ.
Again.
Orange. The fruit or the color?
Oh boy.
Genuine question.
Oh Jesus. Wow.
Bro, what?
Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Bro, am I not valid?
He's dead serious.
Am I not valid?
Oh no, I can see by the quizzical look on his face that he's dead serious.
Hold on. The fruit.
Nah, both.
Nah, smell the fruit.
Nah, bro, I don't even want to no more.
Smell the
Bro.
fruit.
I don't think he
The
can.
fruit, B-Lou.
Nah, bro, I'm good, bro.
He can't spell it. He can't spell it. He can't spell it.
Oh my God.
He can't spell orange. He cannot spell orange.
This dude.
Whitney Houston said, "I believe that children are our future." I believe they're not.
Not that one.
I believe we are in deep
Not that one.
trouble, because not only did he think that orange was fruit in the color, he couldn't spell it. That's why he didn't. That's why he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to do it." Like he oh my God. I don't know why that makes me irrationally angry, but it just does. I'm in a bad mood.
I feel bad for him. Like, wait a minute. Are you serious? Because that's all I could think to myself if somebody said it to me.
Serious as a heart attack, dog. As a heart attack. Good God. And on that note, we get out of here. Man, chat was active tonight. Chat
getting it in.
Was lit, man. We love it when you guys are in the chat, and we love it when this thing gets interactive. So keep on doing it. And as always, we appreciate you folks listening and watching us, whether it's live on YouTube. Now we're live on X.
Yes.
And we're going to be live on other platforms as well as we keep this thing going on. But whether you listen to or you watch us live or on tape, or you just listen to the audio version, we sure as hell appreciate it. So once again, we just want to tell you folks that our presenting sponsor is Hop Monk Taverns, 3 locations, 1 in Novato, 1 in Sonoma, 1 in Sebastopol. Great food, excellent food, really. Excellent selection of craft beers and an excellent array of live acts at all 3 locations. To see what Hop Monk has going on in terms of their live acts, make sure you go to hopmonk.com. It's a great place for a date, great place for families, just a great place all around. Marcus, apparently has just been zapped by the internet gods. So that is a really good sign that we're going to wrap this thing up. We will see you folks next week, and we'll keep this thing going. We go live at 8 o'clock every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we hope that you can join us either live or you catch us on however you choose to do it in a replay fashion. So thanks again for all of you who are participating, and we will see you next week. Be good and be good at it. We'll see you. Bye.
Yeah.